Hi everyone, welcome to Draftscapes. I'm Chris Tuccio. In this lesson, we're going to cover one of the most important parts of starting a new business, analyzing the industry trends and understanding your potential clients. Stick around. Hi everyone. So there are a large number of landscape companies that start out simply marketing their services to anyone and everyone in their area, essentially doing whatever work a client wants. Now, on the surface, this may seem like a good strategy. The more people you advertise to, the more services you do, the greater your final income, right? Well, not really. So by simply bombarding your possible consumers with non-targeted advertisements along with this idea of a jack-of-all-trade mentality, you're going to quickly end up devaluing your work and brand your company as sort of the cheap option. And notice how I said I didn't say affordable, I said cheap. So let me give you an analogy. Let's say that you need new furniture for your home. Chances are you're going to go and look at one of the many furniture stores in your area that sell dining room tables, recliners, beds, etc. Well, you could probably also go to Walmart or Target to get furniture, but you're making a quality investment in the product you're purchasing. And so therefore, you're most likely going to choose the store specifically catered to meet those needs. Now, the same is true when starting a landscape business. You need to identify what edge or niche you're going to take within the broader green industry so that you can best market your services to those people looking to purchase them. This strategy doesn't only create growth, it creates sustainability over time, which is important to your long-term income. This is why I want to cover two important items today: industry analysis and customer analysis. Industry analysis is a process to evaluate the current market and business client for services similar to yours. They can be design, installation, maintenance, plant production. Additionally, industry analysis should also review similar professions and markets that are not directly related to your services but have a direct impact on your profitability. Industry analysis is important because it can not only identify trends and attractive new services that customers might want, but it also gives you a better understanding of the overall health and growth prospects of your intended business. When conducting industry analysis, it's easy to get lost in the wealth of information you can find online. So I'm going to try and help you identify a few specific resources you should look to, along with where to go to find them and how you should catalog that information for future use. This should provide you very actionable items through which you can employ in creating your new business plan for your landscape design business. The first question to answer is, what is the current health of the landscape and construction industry for your niche? To answer this, you should look for both construction spending and occupational statistics in your area of interest. If you go to the U.S. Department of Labor's Beta Labs tool, you're going to be able to find earnings, occupational trends, productivity metrics for a number of different specialties. Simply go to bls.gov and click on the Beta tab. Then navigate to the specific information you want to review. I placed a link in the page in the description at the bottom. For example, let's say I wanted information on the overall health of different landscape-related occupations. I would click on the BLS data finder and type in landscape services. I'd get a dialog box with a number of choices to view. I could click on number of employees in landscape architectural services and get a trend analysis that shows the growth or decline of employment numbers for the landscape architecture industry. This type of information can be helpful for understanding the larger national trends for your specific business, and it doesn't have to end there. If I wanted to look deeper into an occupational analysis for my sector, I can use the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook. If I go to the same homepage, bls.gov, and click on the drop-down menu of Publications and then look to Occupational Outlook Handbook, I can review a number of different occupations and their potential growth within that sector. Let's say I want to search for the future outlook on carpentry. If I click Construction then Carpentry, I'm brought to a large overview of the field of carpentry, and I can see number of jobs nationally, job outlook, future employment trend over the next 10 years. Now, these tools are great for exploring career options and seeing the national health of your particular field, but they do have limitations. When considering a business in the landscape industry, the client base and industry trends are typically smaller in scale, whether it's a town, county, or state. So getting information for your locality is just as crucial, even more so, to understanding the potential of your business. For this regional specific industry analysis, we can look toward a few other very useful free resources. First, you can go to the United States Census Bureau, census.gov, and click on the Explore Data tab and open up the Census Business Builder tool. This allows you to search not only by industry, but also by state or local region. In this example, let's say I want information on landscape design companies in New Hampshire. I can type in landscape design, New Hampshire, and create a report. The Census Bureau will then run a report consolidating all of the information on related businesses within this area, such as how much they earn, total number of employees, and more. I'm going to place a link to this in the description below. You can run a report yourself on a number of different localities for your state. The second resource for reviewing more localized information is the landscape industry itself. You should reach out to your state's Nursery and Landscape Trade Association. Every state typically has a large and active trade association made up of landscape service providers, nursery professionals, or horticultural enthusiasts. They can be a very valuable resource for localized information and how it might affect your business operations. If you were to just go to Google and type in your state and then the words Landscape Trade Association, you're most likely going to find the trade association very easily. Local trade groups are especially good for new business owners. For example, in the metropolitan areas of New England, landscape professionals are often hit with water restrictions in the summer that limit the times and durations in which they can irrigate their clients' properties. Keeping in contact with a local network of business owners can gain you access to information on how others are handling this type of issue and how to keep revenue stable. So, as you can see, industry analysis from both a macro and micro perspective can be very valuable in identifying trends and opportunities in your area. Now, while you're doing this research, it can often be difficult to evaluate which information is useful and which isn't. So, I created a helpful spreadsheet that has the specific items for you to analyze on the resources that I provided. Some spaces will be available blank for you to actually fill in the information in an organized format to then see trends and opportunities for your business. To download the spreadsheet, just click on the link in the description below and you're going to be taken to draftscapes.com where you can download that spreadsheet. Now that the industry analysis side is taken care of, we want to focus on what your customers want, who they are, and what services they're most likely going to purchase. This can give your business a competitive advantage over competitors. This research is all part of the larger concept of consumer analysis. When conducting consumer analysis, I would advise that you identify a specific target region or regions for your business based on the information you obtained in the industry analysis section. Even though it might seem useful to view potential clients on a larger macro scale as we did for the industry analysis, I believe you're going to find it much more helpful to only look in the specific area that your landscape design or services company is going to be completing work in. So, let's take a look at one of the valuable resources for this and how we can actually evaluate that information. The American Fact Finder is a valuable website that provides demographic statistics for almost all regions within the United States, and it's part of the larger U.S. Census Bureau that we had previously seen. If I go to factfinder.census.gov, I can enter the specific city, county, or state that I'm looking for information on. For this example, let's say that we're looking at Stamford, Connecticut. Once we search by the town, we can access information such as population, age, educational attainment, housing status, and more. It provides us an enormous amount of useful data to sift through. So let's say I'm interested in starting a landscape services business centered around Stamford, Connecticut. If I look at housing statistics, I can see that close to 50% of the population lives in renter-occupied housing units, and the raw number of rentals has increased steadily over the past 5 years. And the housing types of Stamford, close to 60% of them are designated as attached complex dwellings, essentially meaning townhomes or condominiums. From this information, it makes it much more likely that I can gain an edge in finding a potential customer base if my services were geared towards larger scale grounds maintenance and design services, or perhaps some type of container design or patio gardening for individual residential units. Let's review a different town within the same state. Let's say Bethel, Connecticut. If I review information for this town, I see that close to 70% of the housing units are single-family detached homes, with roughly 200 home sales each year. If I wanted to strategically approach this area for landscape services, perhaps I can market myself as a specialist for preparing homes or staging them for open houses or walkthroughs. and I could advertise with statistics on how well-maintained landscapes improve property values over time. This look at housing is just one of a number of different analytics from the Fact Finder website that can help you discover opportunities for your business. It's definitely worth exploring before committing to a particular area or a particular niche. As with the other resources, I'm going to place a link for this tool in the description. Another valuable tool for researching your customers is strategic partnerships within your area. So what's a strategic partner? Well, a strategic partner is a professional that engages with your potential customers but does not actually compete with you in the same market sector. These can be pool installation companies, land surveyors, nursery professionals, city planners, or other home improvement contractors. For the landscape services industry, I found realtors to be an invaluable source of information regarding housing trends, new home sales, attractive neighborhoods, and a whole host of other anecdotes that can help start and sustain future job prospects. But remember, these partnerships are reciprocal and well developed, so you need to provide some sort of value for them as well. Perhaps one of your customers has a relative that's looking to sell their home, or perhaps you yourself own a rental unit that you need to find a tenant for. These types of strategic partnerships can go a long way into developing a stable and healthy revenue stream for your company. Once again, formatting this research in an organized manner is going to help you compare different metrics and gain a better understanding of your consumers. A well-organized analysis can also provide assistance in seeing trends over time. Draftscapes.com has another spreadsheet similar to the industry analysis detailing important considerations for customer analysis. The link is in the description below. The spreadsheet is formatted for you to input key consumer demographic questions, but also has a questionnaire to assist you in brainstorming ideas about how to differentiate yourself from other landscape service providers. So to wrap up, you can easily see that there are a ton of resources that are at your disposal. There's no excuse for not researching your potential market and your potential clients. Identifying macro and microeconomic trends within the industry, along with identifying specific characteristics of your future consumers, can go a long way to helping you generate a profitable business idea. Although it might seem like a lot of data to sift through, the time you invest will be worth it in the long run. If you like the content on the video and you want to find more information about landscape design or the landscape profession, be sure to subscribe to the channel and also head over to draftscapes.com, where you're going to find not only similar content but a wide array of other helpful articles and resources completely free. I'll see you at the next video.